Hi there, it's Raven here getting ready to do a For Whomever Needs It reading, which is a reading for whomever might need it. It could be some useful information, something you needed to know. It could be your energy, someone else's energy, a mix of both, but it cannot and will not resonate with all. And personal reading information is down below. All right, let's see the strongest messages that need to come through. Strongest messages. Ooh, fell right on my lap. All right, what do we have? Ooh, the Queen of Wands, and we have the Six of Wands. All right, the Queen of Wands is someone that is vibrant, positive, a force to be reckoned with, courageous, determined, stands out, even if they don't try to stand out, especially with the Six of Wands. So there's a lot of attention here. Someone is going after a success. Someone is reaching success. This could be eyes on someone. This could be victory of some kind here with the Six of Wands and the Queen of Wands. Back to the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is sexy and passionate and determined, very much a go-getter, can attract, is attractive, can manifest. Just very, very strong type of energy. And the Six of Wands, like I said, is some kind of recognition, some kind of attention over here. There's a lot of attention. But the Six of Wands is also about overcoming and success. Yes, something about standing out. Ooh, ooh. What do we have? Ten of Wands. Look how the Queen... I know it's a skeleton, but you see how it's almost like the Queen of Wands has their hands like, I don't know, it almost feels like they're yelling out like, told ya, told ya. I don't know why. Anyway, the Ten of Wands is about heaviness, pressure, burdens, responsibility, heaviness, physically, mentally, spiritually, physical. Like it's heavy. It's weighing down. I don't know. I feel like this Queen of Wands is right about something. This Queen of Wands is right about something. It's almost, I'll give another example. It's like this Queen of Wands was knew or told someone or warned someone or advised someone or just knew within themselves that someone thought that they were going to get all the attention and they're going to get all the glory and all the victory, but it ended up being where they just got weighed down. Or now they're feeling some kind of pressure or burden or heaviness or something of the kind here. And it's almost like, I told you so, even if they don't physically, even if they don't literally say it. This could also be where others, or even the Queen of Wands energy was weighed down. They were weighed down, but they overcame. Alrighty. Very well. Now we have this deck pile over here, and then we have this. The Knight of Cups and the Knight of Swords. They both came out sideways and landed on the Six of... Okay. Yeah. It feels... All right. Hold on. What do we have here? We have the Six of Pentacles. We have the Two of Wands, the Knight of Wands, and the King of Pentacles. Now we got three knights here. Okay. All right. I really feel like there's one person here, which is the Queen of Wands, that is almost watching and observing, warned, pre-warned, already knows something, and waiting in silence. How do I explain this? Okay. There's another energy here, okay? The King of Pentacles energy. If they make it to the King of Pentacles energy, okay? Because there's a crossroad energy here with the Two of Wands. So this person, not the Queen of Wands energy, can go two ways. They can restore balance, bring balance into something, or compromise with the Queen of Wands, for example, or come together with the Queen of Wands, or fix something with the Queen of Wands, or negotiate with the Queen of Wands, compromise, you get the idea. Or... And that's going to bring victory, by the way. Or they have the choice to take action in a different way. One that the result looks like it's going to be heavy. And because the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Swords came out sideways, it's almost like a heart or head type of decision here. And the fact that the Knight of Swords is kind of swallowing like a sword type and type look over here, it's almost like, are you going to follow your heart, or are you going to go against your word, or are you going to swallow your pride? What are you going to do here? That's what this feels like. What are you going to do here? So it's almost like this King of Pentacles energy has a choice. Picture it like the way I'm seeing it is like a maze. Which way you're going to go? One way is going to lead you to heaviness, or having to, bite your tongue or swallow your pride, or go back on your word and not listen to your heart and bring instability and, all that kind of stuff. Or is this King of Pentacles energy going to go find the, the end of the maze, you know what I mean, successfully, with balance, restoring balance, making the right decision, taking action, and listening to the heart and the mind, and getting themselves grounded, finding the treasure almost, like the end of the maze or whatever the case may be. There's the treasure. You're seeking the treasure is there. Are they going to? So if I had to title this video, it would be some kind of maze, like which way? One way is going to lead to a dead end, and one way is going to lead to a treasure. And I think this Queen of Wands already knows the answer, the way. Oh, okay. Nine of Wands, but someone doesn't want to give up. Someone is stubborn. They don't want to, they don't want to admit it. They're not ready to follow their heart yet. They're not ready to open up yet. They're not ready to admit something yet. They're not ready. Because look at what I'm saying over here. You see how, it's almost like I don't know. It feels like someone does not want to admit that they have, they don't want to admit something. They don't want to. It's almost like this stubborn energy, the Nine of Wands, like my way is the right way. My way is the right way. And they keep going down like this maze, right? And the Queen of Wands is like, that way is going to end up draining you, or putting too much pressure on you, or it's not going to bring in balance, or, you're moving too fast, or you're lying to yourself, or you're that type of energy. But this person does have a decision to make. And with the Two of Wands, it's almost like which way? And there's that Tower twice. The Tower showed up. See the Two of Wands? Like, which way are you going to go? Which way are you going to take action? Five of Pentacles. Five of Swords. Yeah, there's some kind of stubbornness here. Like, I don't want to admit it. I don't want to say it. I don't want to show it. I don't want to. It's a very almost immature type energy. I don't want to admit it. I don't want to give up. I don't want to surrender. I don't want to say it. I don't want to do it. I want to be stubborn, basically. And it's like someone doesn't want to admit that they were wrong, or that they chose wrong, or not that anything is truly wrong, or that they're insecure about something, or that they're afraid of something. They don't want to admit it. It's almost like to them, it's the Queen of Wands gets the victory then. And with the Five of Swords, yeah, it is this immature type struggle. I don't want to admit that I'm wrong. I don't want to admit it. I don't want to admit that I lost. I don't want to admit it. Seven of Wands. See, there's that defiance energy. Three of Wands. It's this energy of I don't want to admit it. If someone was at a crossroad, they started stepping down for, I'm just giving an example, the wrong path. So the Queen of Wands is like, what are you doing? No. Don't go down that path. And again, I'm just giving an example. But someone doesn't want to admit that they stepped down the wrong path, or they went down a wrong path, or that they made the wrong decision, or they made the wrong judgment call, because it's almost like then they give that victory or that satisfaction, or whatever words you want to use, to the Queen of Wands. When really what they need to do is just kind of swallow their pride, or, admit something and kind of backpedal maybe, and go the right way and get the reward. This Queen of Wands has the victory already. Everyone already knows that. The Queen of Wands knows that. This person knows that. This organization knows that. Whoever knows that. They already know. It's like almost like the Queen of Wands never stepped into the maze or got out of the maze. The Queen of Swords. See what I'm saying? Now we have the Seven of Pentacles. It feels like someone is biding their time, basically. Like you see this skeleton behind this and like, okay, you won one, I won this. It feels like the Queen of Wands won quite a bit. And they don't want to give up this one, I don't know. Once they push it over here, the Queen of Wands totally gets the victory. It feels very immature, stubborn. I don't want to admit that I was wrong. I don't want to admit that I'm scared. I don't want to admit that I'm insecure. I don't want to admit that I'm tired. I don't want to admit that this is too heavy. I don't want to admit that my heart is telling me something. I don't want to admit that I do want compromise. I don't want to admit that I moved too fast. I don't want to admit that I went the wrong way. You understand? It's like, I don't want to admit, but the Queen of Wands already knows. Someone believes, for whatever reason, that if they admit this, backtrack this, take back what they said, swallow their pride or follow their heart or do whatever the case may be, that this Queen of Wands, that is going to go over it and the Queen of Wands wins again. You know, very that type of energy. The best way to describe it is like it's some kind of indirect game, maybe. But we have the Queen of Swords. Like I said, the Queen of Swords with the Ten of Swords knows it's over. And the Death card. This Queen of Swords, look at the way this skeleton is. Like, okay, if you want to go down that road and waste some time, or if you want to go down that road and hit a dead end or feel the pressure or get drained or whatever, that's okay. Or we can talk. Or we can, because the Queen of Swords knows. I knew that this Queen of Wands knew. It's almost like it's almost like the Queen of Swords is like, fine, you make the decision that you need to make. I'm making the right decisions for me. I'm not going down that maze. I'm going towards, whatever the heck the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Wands wants to go towards or create. I'm not going down that path. I'm not going to engage. I'm not going to follow. I'm not going to chase you. I'm not going to whatever. I know what's right. I know what I need to do. With the Queen of Swords does. The Queen of Swords knows that they're not following this direction or not chasing or not engaging or whatever it is. Those days are over. And the Queen of Swords knows that someone is going to be facing a lot of challenges or a dead end. With the Ten of Swords and the Death card, that's completion. The Sun. The Queen of Swords also sees clearly the direction that they need to go for themselves, and maybe a direction that someone else should compromise and work with them to achieve or to create or to grow or to gain or to go. But the Queen of Swords is making the right decision for the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Wands. The Sun is definitely about a new beginning. The Sun is clarity. The Sun is the truth. The Sun is growth and love and abundance and beauty and prosperity. The Queen of Swords is putting an end to this and not chasing, not following, not ... Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups, the Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands energy loves themselves. The Queen of Swords, Queen of Cups energy is ready for a new beginning, one that brings positivity, growth, abundance, happiness. Someone has a choice here. Then we have the Page of Pentacles. Someone has a choice here. The Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands energy seems to be one. One that is making the right decision for themselves. One that is focused on positive, on new beginnings, on freedom, on growth, on expansion, on healing, on and going in the right direction. Learned lessons, no longer needing to go down that road. And it seems like this Queen of Swords, Queen of Wands energy is leaving this behind. If there is another person involved, a company, a person, whatever way, this Queen of Wands, Queen of Swords energy has basically shown or trying to show or did communicate with this person or did wait or did advise or did observe this person and telling them, don't go down that path. We already know the result on that path or I don't know. But it feels like this energy, if it is a different energy, doesn't want to admit that they were wrong. Doesn't want to admit. They're not ready to say it. They're not ready to put down, they're stubborn. They're stubborn. They have a choice with the Two of Wands. One way is going to lead them to some kind of balance, compromise, like I said, to lead them to the King of Pentacles energy, to that gift, to that reward, to that stability, that security, that commitment, whatever it is, victory, to share in it, or for them to have it. Or they can go down a path again and feel overwhelmed, burdened, pressured, having to fight, having to, getting drained, feeling lack, feeling insecure and trying to hide it maybe, etc., etc. The Seven of Pentacles is indicating, I think, that they're thinking about it. But I can feel the stubbornness. It's like, I don't want to give in. I don't want to say it. I don't want to admit it. I don't want them to know it. I don't want them, and that's not, it seems quite immature, to be honest with you. It feels very ego-based. That's the best way to describe it. But the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Wands is fine. I mean, look at that. It's like, okay, well, I'm leaving now. You know what I mean? Or, hey, don't go down that road, or whatever it is. And then look at them. Just relax, cool, calm, and collected. Like, all right, that's your decision. I've made mine. Hopefully that this person backpedals and finds the King of Pentacles energy, the treasure, the reward, but I don't know about that. I feel the stubbornness. Yeah, Temperance came out sideways. There's that Ten of Swords. It's almost like they don't want to let go of it yet. They don't want to admit it yet. But they don't want to compromise yet, or they don't want to make peace yet, or they don't want to accept it yet, or they don't want to release it yet, or they don't want to end it yet. They don't want to admit that they're defeat yet, maybe. I don't know. They're just not ready yet to admit it, to say it. You could tell by that Knight of Swords energy. And that's okay. I mean, because the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Wands energy, they're good. It's all about just, I don't know, admitting it to oneself maybe. Putting down the ego, releasing it and saying it is what it is. I mean, they could become the King of Pentacles. Or they could reach their treasure or their goal or whatever, their stability, their money, whatever it is. It just feels like a stubbornness, like just a streak of stubborn, like, I don't want to admit it. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. I'm not ready to admit it. I'm not ready to say it. I'm not ready to end it. I'm not ready. But look, yeah. Yeah, it's over. It's just a matter of them accepting it, saying it, or... Yeah, that's the best way to describe it. It's a lot of stubbornness. They're evaluating. They are evaluating, but it's almost like they don't want to admit it. I don't want to admit it. I'm not ready to admit it. I'm not ready to release it. I'm not ready to say it. I'm not ready. It's very ego-driven. I can feel it. It's like this immature type stubbornness, like, no, I'm not wrong. But yet, it's like the best way to describe it, like a very silly example, is if a child is throwing a tantrum and, they're going to move out. And we're talking like a toddler. I'm leaving. They grab their little bag and then they help the door and then they realize, and the parents like, oh, okay, go ahead. But the child just 2 seconds later realizes, uh-oh, what do I do now? Where am I going to go? What did I do? But they don't want to admit that they were wrong. But the parent already knows. that they made a wrong decision, and that if they just come back inside, everything will blow over, or they can fix it, or they can work together, or whatever. That's what this energy is. But instead, for example, I'm not calling this person a toddler. I'm just giving an example. Instead, they sit there. And that's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. Take care.